Welcome everyone to episode 38 of Orlando Out of Context. I'm Brian.
I'm Stephanie.
Welcome back, everyone. Make sure that you go on Instagram right now and follow us on
5 stars.
Orlando Out of It's Instagram. Orlando Out of Context. Visit us at orlandooutofcontext.com and listen and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and the YouTube.
The YouTubes.
So today we're going to get a little bit more practical, and this is for people that are...
This is for those of you struggling in Orlando, on the struggle bus, trying to figure out how to balance life in the biggest tourist destination.
Yeah, this is some pro tips for you. So we all, if you're listening to this podcast, most likely you love living in Orlando. But, there's some times where we need some pro tips and maybe different...
On how to navigate the waters.
A different outlook.
Of our city. So
we have to, put a little forewarning on this. We live in the attractions area, both Stephanie and I. So our perspective...
We might be a little bit.
Yeah, our perspective is from the attractions area. But no matter where you live in Orlando, or even if you're just visiting and you want something different, this episode is for you. So thank you to Nikki. She is one of our listeners who reached out to us on Instagram. She direct messaged us and kind of gave us some questions like, oh, what do you think about this or this? So we took some of those things that she was asking about and put them into this episode. So we're going to cover some of those things. So today we're going to talk about... One of Nikki's questions was hiking trails. So we will talk about that. We don't really hike. We're not really nature people.
You know where I want to live? I always love watching Instagram of people who live in LA because they're always hiking and they're always like in the hills. And I would do, if I lived there, I would do that. That would be great exercise. And they're always like finding random, random abandoned things up there. And people like graffiti stuff, and there's weird haunted-ish type things.
Nature in Florida is not appealing to me.
Yeah, it's too hot here.
The next thing we're going to talk about is eating with no reservations. So those moments where you don't have a reservation at a restaurant, but you want to eat at a decent restaurant, you don't want fast food.
Yeah.
How do you get around the reservations? Because sometimes here, especially down in the attractions area, you're
always a line.
There's a line, and even these new places that are popping up, there's a line sometimes, even outside of the attractions area. So another thing we're going to talk about is car care. So both like oil change as well as car wash, because now is the time.
Got those love bugs.
To get those love bugs off your vehicles, because love bug season's pretty much finished. Pretty much.
I can tell. I've been gone for the last week. I've been out of town, and I don't think I've seen a single one since I got back.
Exactly.
And they were swarming before I left.
It was a really bad season. We're going to talk about movie theater recommendations and kind of where's your best bargain for movie theater.
We're not going to pay those tourist prices.
And then we're going to finish up with, what to do after work when you don't really want to go to the grocery store or shopping, what the alternatives for you are. So kind of a mixed episode here, and we're really just kind of giving you a way to dodge the madness of tourists or just crowds and traffic.
Yeah.
Just
it's a skill to have.
Exactly. So the first thing, hiking trails, and this was one of Nikki's questions. Do you have any hiking trail recommendations? I'm not a nature person. I don't like Florida nature because there's bugs and snakes and
honestly,
alligators.
Florida is like the flattest state of life, and I don't think there's any hills anywhere to hike here. Like not even like any kind of terrain.
You're not going to be going up. You're going to be... It's not going to be a vertical hike.
So we just wanted to talk about places where we like to take walks.
Right.
We often go on evening walks, when we want to hang out, but we don't want to go out to eat because, when you want to live that healthy lifestyle, a lot of people love going out to eat to socialize, but we try to find other ways to hang out with each other and catch up. And we like to go to like Disney resorts and take walks because it's really beautiful there. And, it's just a little bit of change of scenery. And it's, it's not like we live obviously where everything is like hotels and apartments. So it's not like you would walk around the block of your housing development. So we have to like go places to have like a nice little walk.
So the two of the ones that we like are Boardwalk, or really the Epcot resort area. So you can
walk the full circle around the lake. It's the Boardwalk and the Beach Club. And then if you go in the evening, you can see the Epcot fireworks from the bridge area there.
You can even walk as far over and do the full loop of the Swan and Dolphin too.
Yeah.
And actually, I did a morning walk over there on Sunday. I just decided to get out, and I started a Boardwalk, walked from Boardwalk into Epcot, because obviously annual pass, and then came out of Epcot because I just walked around World Showcase, came out of Epcot, walked Beach Club, walked Yacht Club, walked Swan and Dolphin, and then went back to my car.
And that particular walk does have some inclines. Getting up that bridge, it can be a little bit of a challenge at times. When Christy was here, we rented a bicycle.
Uh-huh.
That 4-person.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, we did it. Oh, damn. We nearly didn't make it up the hill.
What do you call those 4-person
I
bicycles?
think they're called scurry bikes.
Surrey.
Scurry?
Is it Surrey?
I don't know.
Somebody's going to tell us.
We almost had to get a push.
It was just the two of you?
Yeah, just the two of us. And it was hell getting up that hill, I'll tell you.
So the other one is Port Orleans, which I believe you can rent that 4-person bike at Port Orleans as well.
Yeah, they have those there too.
You can actually take
I've done bike rides there too.
You could take a horse carriage ride, I think, at Port Orleans, can't you? Or you used to be able to. So Port Orleans is a good one because it's pretty big. So you have Riverside and you have French Quarter, and they're connected. And so it's a pretty big resort that you can go and take a walk around. And it's a beautiful resort.
And somewhere near the food court area, there is a posted sign of a map of the loop, and it tells you how many times equals like a mile if you're jogging or running.
Cool. So those are kind of our version of hiking trails where we are and what we prefer to do. So the next thing on our list is eating with no reservations. So as we approach a busier time, coming into summer. I've noticed right now, like my commute home.
Probably we're having spring break right now too. Maybe.
We're after spring break,
yeah.
So I can tell the parks probably aren't that busy. There's not that many tourists here because I can get home pretty quickly right now on I-4, even though I don't have to spend much time on I-4. But pretty soon we're going to be packed with tourists, especially around 4th of July, Memorial Day, and then finally Labor Day. So eating with no reservations. So we Stephanie and I kind of talked about this before we started recording. I think the number one thing here, if you want to kind of get in and out of a place, if you're only going to go with 1 or 2 people, sit at the bar.
Bar seating.
Yes.
My friends and I went to, on International Drive, there's a place called, I can't remember it now.
Cooper's Hawk.
We went to Cooper's Hawk for a birthday dinner. We checked in with the woman taking the seating arrangements, and she said it was going to be like 2 hours. So my friends went to the bathroom, and me, pulling my pro tip out, went directly to the bar. I found a booth and sat my happy ass down. And then when, because we were planning to get back in the car and leave.
Right.
Because we weren't going to wait. And then when they came out from the bathroom, I was like sitting in this booth all to myself. I said, come on over. So you just have to be stealth about it. You know what I mean? Because I think most all bars are first come, first serve.
Right.
So you just have to know. Like, I think some people just don't even think about it.
Right.
So just always be scoping out the bar. And then, Cheryl and I used to always go to this Outback over here, and we used to do the same thing because this Outback is always full.
It's full, yeah.
And when she lived over here, her and I would go there all the time, and we would go straight to the bar. And we would I would say 95% of the time, get a seat.
Yeah, that's really the pro tip here, is just go to the bar. Don't count the bar out, even if you have a group of 4 people, really, because sometimes, like you said, they have those booth seatings, and they just count those seats towards the bar, and the hostess doesn't factor that in, and so you can just go in there and snatch that up.
Snatch it up.
So definitely check out the bar. We even talked about that last episode with Chloe about the California Grill. Like, you can just go and show up to some of the Disney signature restaurants. I know Yachtsman Steakhouse, they have a bar area, and then you can order food off their menu. So if you can't get a reservation, we'll just go in.
Slide on in.
Yeah. So definitely a great great pro tip. And that leads me into our car talk, which Stephanie and I,
this is a sore subject.
We don't
for me.
know much about cars.
Well, yeah.
Other than we need to get our oil changed.
Honestly, I haven't had too much experience with trusting people since I moved to Florida. I have had places here wreck my cars, and we won't talk about that. But so we were talking about how bad the love bugs are, and then today I got back in the car. Like, I just got home from a trip last night. I get in the car this morning, and there was big, like, piles of shit on my window. A bird just...
Birds. I saw it on your Instagram.
Dive bombed it. So I said, well, let me go get a car wash, because I needed to wash the love bugs off anyway. Because, they say the love bug juice, like, eats away at your paint.
Eat your paint, yeah.
So you shouldn't leave them on there for that long. I really like going to... it's right off I-4 on Sand Lake. It's called Sweetwater Car Wash. And it's an automatic wash. And on Wednesdays, wacky Wednesdays, they have a $4 wash.
That's awesome.
So it's actually right across the street from the gym that I go to. So I try to do it like every other week on Wednesdays. Mm-hmm. And the staff there is amazing. They're so nice. They're always friendly. And they like pre-wash your car before you go in. Like, you know how sometimes when you go through those automated washes, there's just little crevices in the car. That
so the people actually like put a scrub, put elbow grease into it?
They have a mitt and that they use, and they have a hose.
For $4?
Yes.
That's nice.
For $4. Only on Wednesdays.
Right.
And they also have a membership program. You can get unlimited washes. They put like a little sticker in your window, and it just scans it, and you can go every day if you want. I don't know who's about that life, but
I don't know if that's good for your car. Every day.
Yeah, they're so friendly there, and they also have full service, which I've gotten a few times, where they will
interior
and do all the interior for cheap.
That's nice.
I want to say maybe like $40 or $50.
That's awesome.
So after you go through the wash, they will detail the inside.
Very nice.
And they're like a well-oiled machine there. They have like tons of workers. So the last time I took my car there, they basically like one person got in the trunk. We got 2 people in the back. We got somebody doing my front windows.
The whole crew.
There was like 6 people working on my car alone.
I hope you tip nicely.
Yeah, I tip them. I tip people who deserve it.
That's right. So my recommendations is called Envisions Auto Spa, and you can find them on Instagram at Envisions Auto Spa. So this is a mobile detailer. So if you want to get your car washed at work while you're working.
That's nice for you office people.
Right. Or you just don't want to do it and you're at home, they'll come to your home. They bring the power source and they bring the water. So they don't need a hookup.
Oh, wow.
So they just pull in with their vehicle and they'll detail your car. So this might be good. I'm not sure about pricing. I know the price that I pay, but I'm guessing it's probably because they're doing multiple cars at our office.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to have to contact them.
So maybe you could call
pricing.
them, any of you guys that have an office out there, whoever wants to call, and maybe you can plan a day where you would send an email, you'd have people sign up and get this company to come, and he maybe could do 5-6 cars. And
it's just so nice.
Get your price down.
It's so nice because then I don't have to worry about doing it off time. And this is another pro tip to avoid the traffic.
And it saves your time for all the other things that we have to do. Like we're going to talk about the groceries and everything.
Right. It's just something that can get done. A chore that can get done.
Check something off your list while you're on the clock.
Exactly.
Why not?
So yeah, definitely go check them out. And it's a no-brainer. Of course, it's not going to be $4, but I don't pay more than.
But this is detailing. The $4 is just for an exterior wash.
Yeah, and I don't pay more than $50. So give them a call and see what they'll do for you. So definitely a great option there. So oil change. I don't think Stephanie has a recommendation, but I do have a recommendation. So I was going to a place over close to the Loop in Hunters Creek area. But they weren't open on Sundays. So I was like, let me figure out, I want to get this done on a day, on this day. I don't have any other day to get this done. I need it done today. So I Googled kind of the closest oil change place to me. And it is, once again, in the Hunters Creek area, and it's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. It's at 4115 Town Center Boulevard.
Is it by the McDonald's?
I think so. It's in the Lucky's Market parking lot in Hunters Creek area. So they are really friendly. They are always great about checking and letting me know what I need on my vehicle. And it's also like no pressure. They're nice and they're laid back and they're really friendly. So I highly recommend them. And it's great that they're open on Sundays, because I'll go on a Sunday morning and be one of the first there and just have it out of the way and with no line.
Do they take appointments?
I don't know if they take appointments.
Oh, you were just there when it opened.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
I just get there when they open. And actually, the day after I arrived back from Brazil a few weeks ago, I knew when I got back from Brazil, I needed to go get my oil changed. So I actually went on a Tuesday. And there was no line. I just got right in and out. So I highly recommend heading over there. And they're pretty quick. You can actually wait and sit in your car while they do the oil change.
Wow. So that's pretty much means it's going to be fast, because they wouldn't let you sit in the car otherwise.
Last time I got out of the car because they did a tire rotation. So I was like,
you didn't want to go up on the thing?
No.
That would have been fun.
No. So I went to Lucky's Market, which is right there. I grabbed like some breakfast, and I was like, how long will it take? 20 minutes. And
there's a Kiki's over there too.
There is a Kiki's over there.
So you could, I don't think it probably would take that long, but.
Yeah, I had thought about that, but I was like, no, let me go over to Lucky's Market.
Kiki, do you love me?
So the next item is movie theaters, which we have quite a selection now, and the selection is growing.
It is growing and growing, for sure.
Which is good. I like to have a competitive marketplace for any for any subject or for any product or service. So this is movie theaters, and kind of what is the best value for the buck.
This is a compilation of the best value.
So I'm going to let Stephanie take this list or start
Take it away.
Yes.
So one of my favorites actually is Point Orlando, which I didn't put on this list, but
that's my favorite is Point Orlando.
It can be like the parking can be a little bit of a cluster if you go on the weekends.
And I don't know how the pricing compares to the list.
But the pricing is decent. It's not overpriced. It's probably just where it should be. And they have all luxury recliners in the whole thing.
Right.
And they have an IMAX. And that's the one where they have the snow and the rain.
That's where they have the 40X. Don't do the 40X. We listened to episode, I don't even know what episode it is, but it's one of the earlier episodes, and I talk about my 40X experience.
What movie did you see in 40X?
I saw Solo, the Star Wars story.
Wookiees in 40. That's, I think, the title.
Wookiees in 40. That's the title. I don't know. We don't know what episode number it is, but Wookiees in 4D. I think it's the one with the boob jobs and Wookiees in 4D. Go listen to that episode. You'll hear my experience. Just don't do 40X.
So in the same kind of area would be Cinemark Orlando, which used to be Artagon.
Yes.
They have, this is the cheapest place in Orlando. Probably you're going to see movies that are currently new releases.
Current, brand new, just fresh out the box.
They have, for $6.25, you can see the first matinee showtime of the day that starts before 1 p.m.
You think even on weekends?
I took this straight from their website.
So
I would assume it'd be on weekends too. So if you, and I mean, we're talking about going to the movies at 10 or 11 here. It's not like 6, 7, or 8 a.m. This is like the matinee is like just a little before noon. So, if you're up during that time and you want to see a movie, $6.25, you can't beat that price.
I love seeing movies at that time.
Especially since MoviePass dicked us over. And,
I never got one.
Well, I had one. It was the biggest waste of money because, well, it was good at the beginning, and then it just went downhill. They just started adding
restrictions. So they're totally
gone.
The movie pass thing is totally gone.
No. I really don't know. I dropped it. And they have the luxury loungers, which I love.
Yes.
And this place has easy parking, free parking.
The parking at Cinemark Orlando is very easy
because there's nothing else there in that building.
Right.
The movie theater is the only thing that building has.
And they
going
have
for
what?
itself.
They have the Outdoor World Bass Pro.
Yeah, the Bass Pro.
Yeah.
But that's kind of on another side.
You don't fight for parking with Bass Pro.
And then let's see. Nikki asked us if we had experienced the new movie theater by the Margaritaville Resort, which we haven't, but I took a little drive by a couple weeks ago.
By as well.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So this place is called Studio Movie Grill, and it's its own company, and it's kind of similar to what we spoke about that's coming here close to us.
Draft House.
Alamo
Draft House.
Is basically the same concept. Yeah. They have ones in other states, so on and so forth. It's a full dining experience while you enjoy the movie. But this one has a much better price than, let's say, the Fork and Dine at the AMC Disney Springs location. So you can see for $9.79 with a student or military discount, or $10.30 full price. That's the movie and the full service dining. So when you go to AMC Fork and Dine, it's $14.19. So
that's ridiculous.
Only because that's in, the heart of that's
the heart of the tourism.
The heart of the tourism. This Studio Movie Grill is way off the beaten path. I mean, this is, even for people who live in Orlando, this is far.
Yeah, this is...
because it's away on 192.
This is probably going to service cast members in apartments out there, tourists that are staying at Margaritaville. But it's a nice...
Yeah, cast members that live over in that area.
Yeah.
This is a much better deal than the Disney AMC.
Definitely. Theater. Just while we're on the subject of Disney AMC, I think that Disney AMC is wrong for their setup. Their chairs are uncomfortable.
That's why I don't like going there, because they don't have the luxury loungers.
The movie theater smells because I think the carpet is not cleaned properly.
It smells like a mop bucket in there.
It's gross and disgusting. It's damp. It's just not
well
what it should
overdue
be.
For a facelift.
Yeah.
For the amount of, they charge.
You know how they tore down a Disney Quest? Well, they need to tear down the AMC movie theater because AMC is wrong for that. I try to avoid going there because it's just not a nice experience, and it's overpriced, and just
simply because they don't have luxury loungers. Like, I'm so spoiled now. I just don't want to see a movie if I'm not in a lounge chair.
Even the AMC dine-in experience there, they don't have reclining chairs. They're comfortable, but they're not really. No, not for that price.
No,
you need to
not
give
for
me
that
something
price.
Nicer for the price. So what's the last one on your
we
list?
have Picture Show at Altamont
Marketplace.
A show. For $175, you can see movies that are kind of, I don't know, a couple.
Like I was
looking at the lineup today. They're, a month old, which is fine. Just get on a schedule of being a month old,
In Sacramento growing up, I grew up in the suburbs of Sacramento, we had a movie theater called Birdcage, and Birdcage did like dollar movies.
Yeah.
And they were like
that's a good deal.
They were like 3 to 4 weeks old. I think that's a great deal.
Because you get your candy, you sneak the candy in.
Yeah.
And you go, it's the same as a Red Box, but you get the full theater. The full theater. And then on Tuesdays, it's $1. So $1.75 all days but Tuesdays.
That's
so
awesome.
Those are, I've never been here because Altamont is pretty far from where I live.
Yeah, but if you could get, I like the Altamont Springs area. If you haven't been up there, even their mall is decent.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a mall to go to and you're tired of Florida Mall and you're tired of Millennia,
Altamont's way better because it's like normal people out
and
there.
There's no
tourists out there.
Yeah. Altamont Mall, they've done a really nice job with that mall. I think that over the last few years, they've really been improving it, and they have a really good popcorn place. Do you like the popcorn place that Debbie likes?
I do. Oh, God.
I don't know what the name of that popcorn place
Doc
is.
Popcorn.
Oh, Doc Popcorn. Pro tip. You can
that'd be some good popcorn to take to the movies.
Yes.
They have all the different flavors.
They have different flavors.
The cheese, jalapeno. They have cookies and cream, which is probably my favorite. It's dusted with white chocolate and like little crumbles of Oreos.
And you can mix the flavors. So you could tell them, okay, I want this size bag and I want you to mix in this flavor, and this flavor. And so you can create your own concoction of popcorn. Definitely go try it out because that popcorn is really good. It's probably my number 2 to Garrett's popcorn from Chicago.
Oh, I wish I've ever had that.
I wish we had Garrett's popcorn here. Atlanta has one, and I want one.
I'm sure we'll get one eventually.
Anyway, definitely go try that popcorn at Altamont Springs Mall. So the final topic that we wanted to bring up is groceries and really just shopping in general, because there's times when I'm at work and I know I need to get something, then I'm like, I don't really want to spend the time parking and going into the grocery store. And now we don't have to.
Nope.
We do not have to.
It's 2019. And there's not much that we do have to do. We can live our whole lives from our couch.
The house, yeah.
Yeah.
So make sure that you are aware, and I haven't done this yet, but grocery pickup. So you can order everything online and then go to a store like Target or Walmart, pull up to the designated spot. I guess you just alert them somehow that you're there.
You click on the app that you're there and you're ready, and they tell you which spot to park in.
Yeah.
And they just bring it out to you.
So
also, I had an experience maybe a month or two ago where, so I was wanting to buy an Instapot to use for cooking and stuff. And I don't know, I was going back and forth about it. I was kind of waiting for a deal because I know sometimes they go on special. And Target sent me a thing on my phone. Today only, get 20% off when you purchase the Instapot and you use Target in-store pickup. So I don't know if they're trying to promote the service, but they gave me a discount just for using the pickup. I mean, God, they were like, let me give you money to sit in your car and be lazy.
Exactly.
It doesn't even really make sense.
Well, I think that...
then, it would be a whole lot less work if I would come in, pick it up off the shelf, and go pay for it and take it back to my car.
They're trying to bring attention to it because I think probably Walmart was doing it before them, and now that Target is doing it, they want to bring attention that they're going to be doing the basically the curbside pickup. Yeah. Is basically what it is. But this is a great time saver. And then, of course, grocery delivery with Amazon, and Amazon bought Whole Foods. So on your Amazon Prime Now app, if you download that app, you can order items from Amazon Prime Now, as well as in the same app, you can order from Whole Foods.
And I've done that before. I think we've both done that before when we're sick.
Yep, I've done it when I'm sick.
I had a time that I was so sick, I didn't even make it.
Now, for you, you have an interior hallway. Do they come up to you?
No, they don't. I had to go downstairs, and I just barely made it. Thank God there was a trash can at the entry of my apartment because I had to throw up there. I was so sick. It's hard because I have to beep you through the gate and then beep you into the building, and then you have to figure out how to get up to my door so they don't come to the door.
Right. That would be a lot of time.
So I had to go all the way downstairs. Oh, it was rough. But it was nice. It was nice that somebody was able to go get me crackers, and I just ordered crackers and ginger ale and just a few things because I was so sick. And I know you've done it before, too.
I've done it before. I've done it before when I'm not sick, and I just know, I know, okay, I need just a few things, this, and this, and I'm at work, and I'm like, okay, I just need these few items, and I don't really want to go out. Let them just be there waiting for me at home when I arrive, or, get there a few hours after I'm home or whatever. So I highly recommend this. You can avoid traffic. All that stuff.
Do you know anything about Postmates?
I did Postmates for the first time, and in fact, that reminds me. So Postmates sent me...
I think it's coming to Orlando. It's here.
No, Postmates is here. They are kind of like Uber Eats, but there's more options.
I was at some business, and I saw a stack of cards saying $100 off your first order, and that made me say, why would they give you $100 worth of stuff?
I think that they were doing some kind of... There were always promotions, and they always send me things. So for Game of Thrones, the season finale, or the series finale was on Sunday night, and they did a promo where they were going to give me $15 off of my order. So that's the first time that I did.
So is it like randoms driving or people employed for Postmates?
I think it's like people like for Uber Eats who just decide I'm going to drive for Uber Eats, and they drive for Postmates. But it was very similar to Uber Eats, but they have more delivery options. I think that if you need something from like a drugstore or whatever, they'll do it. I think there's more options for you to get different things other than just food. Yeah. So the other thing I have to mention here is you have to think, like, especially for this Walmart pickup and stuff, like if you're on a budget, you could do all your grocery shopping at Walmart. And for me, this prevents me from walking around the aisles and putting things into my cart that I might not really need.
Yeah.
So you can shop off of a grocery list and say, okay, I need this, this, and this, budget a little bit better, because as you add your stuff into the cart, what the price is going to be. I think the other side to it is, okay, but are they going to pick the produce that I would have picked?
Yeah.
Like are they going to pick the lemon or the lime? Because when I pick up my lemons or my limes, I feel the weight. And I want to know, because the smaller and the heavier it is,
yeah, they charge per pound too.
Well, yeah, but it's more like I want the quality.
Did you watch that? Just a little off topic here. Did you watch that latest Jennifer Lopez movie where she pretends to be somebody else?
I did not.
Well, that's what she does in the end. She starts a company for...
You're going to give away the end?
Well, you see it at the beginning too, but you just see the evolution of it, where like the people that are shopping, they have a camera and they hold it up and like say they're in the meat department, and you can say, oh, let me see the steaks. And then you tell the person, I want the third one from the back.
Right.
So, but also too, if you have kids, shout out to my friend Amanda. She's been trying out... She's been, trying out some different pickup. I think Walmart mainly, but, that way you don't have to, like, tote them all and, like, get them out of the car seat and, like, get them in the buggies. You could still go to the store, but you just leave them in the car. And then your kids always want stuff like candy, and then they always throw a fit when they're in the store.
Exactly.
So, gosh, this would be a game changer if you were a mother.
Well, I mean, it is, if you take advantage of it.
To sit down and, like you say, budget everything.
And I think you can
plan
schedule
your
these
meals,
things.
and then yeah.
So you could like do it the night before, and then just have it in your plan the next day that, I need to go and stop and pick up that order. But, like Chloe had her granddaughters for several months last year, and I said, you need to just freaking start ordering stuff on Amazon. You need to start having grocery delivery or pickup, because why deal with the mess?
Yep.
Why deal with the stress?
And I think that we're lucky because we live in Orlando. Cities like, I'm pretty sure where my mom lives, they don't have a lot of this stuff. Yeah, maybe Walmart does pick up, but I don't know about other stuff like that. I'm for sure they wouldn't have Postmates. I know for sure they probably don't have Uber Eats. It's nice to live in a big city because we get all these benefits.
Even, for Oklahoma, where my parents live, Oklahoma I don't think has... Prime Now, so you can't get Amazon Prime now, where you can get same day delivery. Yeah. And now we kind of are starting to really just part of life and take that for granted.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you guys have any other tips, or if you want more, tips like this on specific subjects in the future, make sure to go check us out on Instagram. Send us a message.
Slide in those DMs.
We do our best to check those direct messages, and that is at Orlando Out of Context on Instagram. Make sure to go follow us there, and even if you don't have much to say, just say, hey, I'm listening. We like to hear from our listeners, because we know you're out there. Just say hi.
Out in cyberspace.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure to also visit us at orlandooutofcontext.com, and listen and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play, and Stitcher 2, and the YouTube. And I think I'm going to get us on iHeartRadio. We could submit for iHeartRadio.
Oh, yeah?
So we're just going to be everywhere.
In all the places.
There
won't be a place you can't find us.
That's right. So until next time, bye. Put a pep in our step.
A pep in our step. Pacetti.
What was that one pizza that we were calling?
pizza.
No. The pizza place.
A Pizza Ponte.
Pizza Ponte.
Where was Pizza Ponte
Pizza
at?
Ponte is at Disney Springs. It's next to the.
Okay.
Yeah. It's next to Maria and Enzo's.